Alright, so today I want to show you how to make hip hop in FS Studio. Very simple. We're gonna do this right after the intro. Yo, the name is Gosa. Once again, still the solution carrier, providing solutions to your problems. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Turn on the notification bell, like the video, leave a comment and subscribe. Alright guys, we are in FS Studio now, so we're gonna start making hip hop from scratch. Very simple. I'm going to show you the tricks, okay, as a beginner. So the first thing you have to consider is the tempo. Hip hop always range from 80 bpm to 100 bpm, so you can go 90 bpm, 91, 92, 93, okay. So but you can even go beyond 100 bpm, okay, but it mostly ranges from 80 to what, 100 bpm. So I'm going to choose 100 bpm. Okay, then the next thing you have to consider elements. Okay, so let me delete all these things, then I'll show you what you need to select as samples. Okay, so guys, let's go to this God's Eye sample pack 2. You can download this sample pack from the link in the description box. Everything is free. Okay, so the first thing you have to consider when making hip hop is the kick. Okay, so let's select kick and make sure you select the right sample so that your mixing will be easier for you. Okay, something like this, something like that too is good for hip hop. So I'm gonna select this. Okay, so the next sample that you have to select is snare or clap. Okay, you can use snare or clap depending on what you want. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. Okay, when making hip hop you also need hi-hats. But this open hat, so I'm gonna use this one. Then let's go for hi-hats. Very simple, guys. Make sure the hi-hat is very soft. Something like this. Okay, so these are the basic samples that you have to consider: the kick, the snare or clap, okay, hi-hat, then open hat. Very simple, guys. Alright guys, so let's start making the drums. Okay, so with hip hop you can start with the snare or the clap. Okay, so when you want to play your snare or clap, let me on the metronome, you're gonna count 1 2 3 4. So this is 4 bar. Okay, and we always place the snare on the third one, okay, which is this one. So let me on the metronome, then we count 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we always place the snare or the clap on the third bottom here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. So let's count 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Very simple, guys. Then when we come to the hi-hat, as a beginner you can right click, then fill each 2 steps like this. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Let me off the metronome. Alright, so guys, let's continue. Always the kick has to start on the first bottom here. Okay, so you can always start on the 1. Okay, so like that for every 4 bars. Okay, the kick can start here. Okay, so like that. Very simple. Then you can also place the kick here from the second one here, so the kick can be like this. Let me show you how you can place your kick. Okay, You place it here, you leave this red button or interval between the kick and the snare or the clap. Okay, you can also place your kick here. Very simple. Okay, so let's maintain this one. Very simple, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Then with the open heart, okay, can always come here. 1 2 3 4. On the fourth one you can place the open heart, depends on you. Okay, you can also place the open heart wherever that you feel that is really good for you. Alright guys, so now let's move on. Right now, this is the simple drum that can make. Alright, so guys, let's listen to everything now. Very simple. So we're gonna place that one on the playlist like that. Okay, then we fill this bar. Okay, very simple. Then we're gonna create another pattern which is the melody. Very simple. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Let me use hypersonic. Alright, so with the hypersonic, we're gonna start with the chord progression. I'm gonna use electric pianos. Then I'm gonna choose soft vintage EP. Okay, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. We go to the piano roll. Then guys, when making hip hop, it's mostly in a minor scale, so go to piano roll option like that, helpers. Then first thing you're gonna do is to select minor natural. Okay, then you go back again, then you choose the key you want to play the beat in. So I'm gonna use A minor. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this one. So to start with the chord progressions, let me show you how to develop simple chord progression. Select any of these highlighted notes, any of them, choose them randomly, okay, like that guys. So if making a chord progression, it's either going to be a major or a minor chord. Okay, so for you to get a major chord after this one, okay, after the root note, we skip the root note and we count 4. So after this, 1 2 3 4. If the fourth one is highlighted, then we select. Very simple. And to add the last note as a major chord after this one, we count 3. So 1 2 3. If the third one is highlighted, then you select like that. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing here. So after this, it's either going to be a minor or a major chord. Okay, so first thing, I will count 4. After this, if the note is highlighted, then I will select. So after this, it's gonna count 4 and C. So 1 2 3 4. You can see the fourth one is not highlighted, so I'm gonna count 3 first. After this, 1 2 3. So you can see the third one is highlighted. Okay, then to add the last note, we're gonna count 4. So after that, 1 2 3 4. You can see the fourth one is highlighted. Simple like that. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. So after this, we're gonna count 4 or 3 to C. Okay, so after this, 1 2 3 4. You can see the fourth one is not highlighted, so we're gonna count 3 and see if that one too, it will be highlighted. Okay, so after this, 1 2 3. You can see the third one is highlighted, then we select. Okay, then to add the last one, we're gonna count 4. So after this, 1 2 3 4. You can see the fourth one is highlighted, then we select. We're gonna do the same thing here. Okay, so after this, 1 2 3 4. You can see the fourth one is highlighted, we select. And to add the last one, we're gonna count 3. 1 2 3. Very simple like that guys. If you want to know how to develop chord progressions, then watch the video that will pop up on this screen. So guys, let's listen to the chord progression alone. Very simple. And to create our bass notes, we're gonna hold Control plus Shift, then we select the root note like that, then we're gonna press only Shift, then we're gonna drag to make a duplicate, then we press Control plus arrow button on the keyboard to create a bass. Okay guys, like this. So let's listen. Very simple guys. So we're gonna reduce the volume of the bass, okay, like that. Okay, then what you can do to this chord progression is to make them sound more realistic by hitting Alt S on the keyboard to bring the strumizer. Then we play with this start time here. Okay, so listen to it as I adjust the time here. Okay, so just play with it, but don't overdo things. So let's adjust it a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna hit accept like that guys. So now this is the chord progression. Very simple. Alright guys, so now let's add the chord progression to the drum pattern. Very simple. Then we change this to song mode. Alright guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is to add melodies to it. So we're gonna clone Hypersonic. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Okay, so now to add our melodies, you can use anything. Okay, so I'm gonna use this soft grand piano. Okay, then we go to the piano roll. For us to add our melodies, we're gonna follow this ghost note here. If you don't see it, click on piano rolls, helpers, then make sure you check this. Okay, ghost channels. Okay, check them. So we're gonna follow this one to create our melodies. Okay, then we're gonna change this to steps. Very simple. So we're gonna follow this. Let's start by creating simple melodies before we make them more catchy. Okay, so we're gonna follow this like that. So first let's listen. You can even bring them here. Okay, let's bring it here. So start with simple melodies like this. Let me increase the volume. Okay, okay, so we're gonna add another melodies to it. So let's follow it something like this. And over here you have to make sure that it changes, or you give it a little more spice, make it more interesting. So we're gonna create something like this. Let me make it like this. Alright guys, so let's listen to the simple melody. Very simple, and I'm going to show you how you can make these melodies more interesting. So we're gonna route this, okay, everything onto the mixer track. So we highlight everything, we go to the mixer track, then we go to channel routing, route selected channels starting from this track. Okay, very simple, guys. Alright guys, so let's look at how to make your melodies more interesting. So you're gonna solo the melody. Alright guys, so on the melody we're gonna insert gross beat. Alright guys, so you just have to play around this ones. Okay, to change your entire melody for you, the rhythm for you. So let's try this. Okay, then you can also choose this one. Okay, then play around with this. You see that? Let's change. Okay guys, so you can play around this presets over here. So I'm gonna use this one. Okay, very simple guys. Then I'm gonna play this. Okay, and then replace so that I save the CPU. We're gonna do the same thing to this, and then replace. Alright guys, so now that I've rendered everything, I've rendered this into WAV file. Let's listen. Then now let's listen. Alright guys, so this is the simplest way that I can show you how to make hip hop as a beginner. Everything is simple. Okay, everything I showed you, everything in this video is for beginners. Okay, for the bass or 808, we're gonna tackle that in the next video. So if you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you know how to add your bass or your 808 to your hip hop. Okay, if you found this video to be helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, the name is God Science, still the solution carrier, providing solutions to your problems. See you in the next video. Stay blessed.